Have you ever tried to brighten or darken a photo by tweaking the color balance, for example in Photoshop? It's pretty tricky, right? And that's exactly what you're doing with a standard EQ. But there is a better way, and that's to adjust the overall brightness of the sound. And yeah, this is where TiltEQ comes in. It lets you shape your overall tone in a quick, easy and intuitive way, so that you can shape your sound before diving deeper into surgical, precise EQ moves. And today we're checking out the TiltBaxx EQ from Roger Schultz's Audio Lab. And let me tell you, this thing is amazing. Hi, I'm Ulf at HoboRec, and I've been using this TiltEQ from Roger Schultz for a while now, and they sound really good. Before we dive in, let's quickly just go through what a TiltEQ is, in case you are not familiar. TiltEQs have been a staple in home audio, like hi-fi setups, probably because they are so intuitive and easy to use. While they are also found in pro audio, I seriously think they deserve much more attention. So here is how they work. Instead of adjusting individual frequency bands like a regular EQ, a TiltEQ boosts frequencies on one side of a chosen pivot frequency, while cutting the other side. This creates a tilting effect that adjusts the tonal balance. It's a simple yet powerful way to shape the overall tone of an audio signal in a musical and transparent way. The TiltBaxx EQ gives you 3 pivot frequency options. You have 500, 700, and 1100 Hz. Once you've set the pivot, you adjust the tilt angle with this knob here. Turn the knob clockwise to boost low ends and cut the highs, or turn it counterclockwise for the opposite effect. Now this feature alone makes the TiltBaxx EQ a killer tool, but Roger Schultz didn't stop there. He also added Baxxandole filters on the top and bottom of the frequency spectrum. These are beautifully musically tools that let you get really creative. The low filter lets you switch between 80 and 110 Hz, or bypass in the middle, while the high filters can be set between 2 kHz and 5 kHz. You have 2 kHz, plus 12, minus 12, 5 kHz, so I thought we were going to put this to the test on a couple of different songs while I do my recording, mostly in like more rougher rock, punk, metal stuff. When it comes to mastering, I work across a wide range of styles. So if you or anyone you know are like right now or in the near future are in the need of professional mastering, get in touch and I'll make sure to work on it until you are completely satisfied. And the easiest way would probably be through email, info@hoborec.com, or just go to my website at hoborec.com and use the contact form there. Okay, let's dive in.
Build your walls higher. bakåt in igen. Hon sa jag vet en hemlighet. Fler var grå än svartvita ändå. Och jag vet vi får vara med. Och inte något kan hindra oss från det. Orden blev en sanning som gav svar. Men handlingarna bildades till krav. Ingen ville någon något ont. Trots år som gått så minns vi en tid.
Needless to say, this is definitely gonna stay in my mastering setup. Probably will be used a lot in mixing too. I mostly use my outboard gear, analog gear while recording. In mixing, it's a lot of plugins for the ease of it, and then it gets a lot of use on my mastering bus at the end. That's just how it works now. It may change in the near future, you never know. What I do like though is to have my mastering gear right in front of me, so I'm thinking about making a hole in the console and maybe put a rack in here, or maybe like a sidecar that I can just move right next to me so I can sit in the listening position and just turn the knobs to know exactly what I'm hearing. So what do you think about that? How would you solve it? How did you solve it in your studio, for example? If you have any tips, please let me know. Yeah, anyways, EQ is such a powerful tool. A traditional EQ can be a bit tricky depending on what you want to accomplish. If you just want to make something a bit darker or brighter, you probably can accomplish a similar thing to Tilt EQ in most standard EQ plugins these days, if they are not like specifically copying some analog gear, but a specific Tilt EQ is so much easier to use. And the TiltBaxx EQ from Roger Schultz, it's such a creative and musical tool that I almost consider it more of like an instrument instead of a tool. Does that make sense? So if you're curious, as you should be, check out the link below. I have a link both to Roger Schultz's website and also the link directly to Thomann, where you can buy the EQs. So since they are distributed by Thomann, they are easy to get, they are widely available, and the price is really good since it's a 500 module, so you don't have to pay for power supply and stuff for every single unit. But if you don't have a 500 rack, there are like those single rack units with just 2 slots in it, so you can have a stereo setup. If you just want to try the concept of Tilt EQs and not buy the analog stuff, there are a lot of both paid and free options. One I really like is the one from Hofa. I think it's called just Tilt EQ from Hofa plugins. And of course there are other great options to check out. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye. Cheers.